Hello and welcome everybody for joining us on the Global Women in Power webinar. I can see people still logging on, but welcome. And today we're going to talk about how this is going to work if you work with passion. Actually, what we will start out with is saying that today we are three hostess or two hostess and a special guest that don't have the English language as our native language. So we'll try to talk slow so everybody can understand it. My name is Charlotte Rønnedam and I'm from Denmark, and with me I have Jannike Hage from Norway co-hosting. But what's most important is our special guest. Our special guest I saw last year on stage at the Royal Alliance event in Orlando, and she really inspired me. And since we started these webinars, I just wanted her to talk because her passion, her mission with Nikken really set my soul on fire. Just like, wow, if I could have a passion like that, that would be just so amazing. So I'm very glad that we can introduce Karina Truskanov from St. Petersburg, but she's living in Israel. She has been a former nurse and is now full-time in Nikken. And that's what she's going to tell us, what's changed with all this Nikken thing. So, Karina, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
That's good. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you to invite me.
Oh, we're very glad. And Jannike, do we have you online as well?
Yes, you do.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can.
Good.
So what do you think, Jannike, about this fantastic lady we found?
I think it's great. We were very glad, Karina, to get you on because Charlotte and I talked about you after the event in Orlando last year when we heard you and your story. And we were saying, oh, we really, really want to get in touch with you. And then luckily, by having one of these other great women on earlier on, then during the year, then we got to know that you were actually in Julie Tara's group. And she said, oh, well, I have your contact details. So that way we got in touch with you. So we're very happy about that.
Thank you.
You started with Nikken 13 years ago.
Yes.
So it's been a little while, but how did you first come across Nikken?
My friend invited me to some presentation, big presentation in the hotel, and I'm really didn't connect to this type of information because it was a lot of men speak about Nikken, a lot about business, about numbers. And I was in this time I was a practitioner. I was a shiatotherapist, and what I think it's not for me. I'm not have any business at all. I'm treat the people. And don't want to change my way of the living, and don't want to change my don't want to have a business, yeah. And money non specials spoke to me in this time, and I just gone from the wellness preview and said to people, they invited me don't call me anymore.
Really?
Really.
So not quite impressed with what you heard, but you still said that your mother, she wanted the products, and
Yes.
so what happened then with that you started using some of the products and in your treatments of
My mother,
patients?
yeah, my mother came with me to presentation, and she was sick in this moment. She had severe back pains and had she was very tired. She was she syndrome of how to say when the people really tired. I forgot
Burnt out?
the never mind. Some really people, they want to sleep all of the time and don't want to wake up and not have energy for a daytime activities. Okay, and she said my intuitions say me the products will be work to me. My mother, she's a medical doctor, and she understands the Chinese medicine very well and energy medicine, and she bought the products, and I asked her why you must to buy everything, and she said it's work altogether. My mother understands the wellness home very well, and and I saw in quick time, it was just few months, I was dramatically changed in her health, and yeah, and in her mental situation. She was in depression. She was very, and she started to be very active and very positive and without pains like she was before. And when I saw this process, I said for myself, this is really to you, because I was a practitioner and I liked what I do, but people wanted to come to me to have a treatment, but not do something by themselves. Yeah, if they say, okay, I have back pain, I have migraine, I have this, I have that, treat me. And they said, okay, but you need to do something together with me. You need to do some exercises, you need to do some change with diet. And the people said, yes, 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 but I don't have time, I don't have, I know I'm very tired to do something. Please do it for me. And I'm asked from the God, yes, I'm asked maybe something I can found to help the people, to help themselves, yeah. And they can come, but I didn't realize this is what I see. And when my mother changed with products, I understand this is the products. They really, really change the situation of the health and of the mental problem on really a lot of aspects of the life. And I understand I need to speak about this with the people. And then yes.
Yeah, you started then the business side 9 years ago. So it took you several years to get really stuck into the business part of it.
Yes, it's true. I started with the products just to use in my clinica, to sell the products to the people, to give them, to put on them. And I think this is a business. Yeah, this is a business. This is what I have. But I didn't. I understand. Yes, I understand because I'm gone to the wellness previews. I've learned a lot about Nick and about network marketing, and I understand it's not true. Yes, and don't do this. The something. It's necessary to really create a big business. And and after 4 years, I decided, I'm start really seriously to look to this business, or I'm just stop. Yeah?
Okay, but you managed to create a purpose for yourself, didn't you, for what you wanted to achieve with this?
Yes, but the first for the first step, I'm just arrived to silver. Yes, 4 years I didn't silver at all, and I'm decided to be silver, and I was in silver in 1 month. In 1 month, it was in 1 month with a lot of points and after it, when I arrived at this position, my upline from London, Dalia Hartman, called to me and said, Russia going to be open, and you want to go? And I said, I don't know. I really don't know, because to go to Russia for me, it was not so simple. Yes, I'm living Israel 35 years, and I don't have a lot of friends in Russia, and it was difficult times when I'm arrived from Russia to Israel. It was really difficult times. It was I didn't want to go again to this place.
So what made you change?
Because I started to think about, and I started to think, and I said, I don't go to Russia for money, because if I really want money, I'm going to achieve it in Israel or in another way. It must be something very, very important for the people. First of all, for the people.
Having a purpose.
Yeah, and if I'm found it, I'm going. Not, I don't want to go. And I understand. I want to go because I want to bring it to the women's in Russia. This possibility of independence, this possibility of this business, the freedom, and the possibility to care about the families, because health care in Russia not so good, yeah. And its possibility to help to the mothers to care for the children. And my story, I was from the broke family. Yes, my parents separate when I was a child, and I really understand how many people in Russia, how many women in Russia really have a broken family, and how much on their shoulders, yeah.
Hmm.
And this was for me really good reason, really good purpose to go to Russia.
And you also had some challenges you had to overcome. You said this, that Russia opened, and I remember when Charlotte and I talked to you earlier on, you said that there were no computers in Russia when you started your business there. So you really did have some challenges to overcome, not only the fact that, you know, it was not your home country anymore and you didn't have the contacts, but
Yes,
there were lots of different aspects. No Skype, nothing.
No Skype. It was Skype in the beginning in America and in Israel too. Yes, this was 10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my Russian, it was okay, but not so good. I'm translated from the Hebrew in my head, yeah, and I'm stuck a lot in the presentations, how to say this, how to say that, and not computers, not people not have computers.
Yeah.
Some of the people buy computers to speak with me on the Skype when I left to Israel.
Okay. But considering that you didn't really have the contacts in Russia and you had some, you know, challenges you had to overcome and so on, how did you actually get started with your business over there? You mentioned the Yellow Pages to us. What's that story?
Yes. First of all, Yellow Pages, it was after, but in the beginning, I gone to my town when I'm born and lived until 16 age, and I had there 3 childhood friends, and asked them the help. Nobody from them don't want to come with me to the business, but one of them recommend for me another people, and from this recommendation I had another recommendation and another recommendation. Yeah, it was maybe three people between my friend and my future leader. Yeah, and this is really I'm learned to use recommendation. It was a very, very, very powerful, and through this friend, I'm found by 2 biggest leaders in Russia. One in Moscow and one in St. Petersburg.
And so you've used the recommendation part a lot for building up your business. And you asked for recommendations for, was that people who were like in your field, or was it everybody, like alternative practitioners and friends and everybody?
I say this, I'm come to Russia the first time. I come with some list of the names, maybe 30 something, 30 names, yeah. I'm created this list in Israel, yes. And these people I know, people I ask recommendation from the people in Israel, and etc. etc. And after my first visit in St. Petersburg in Russia, I had really different list of the names, yeah, because I'm received recommendations, and I'm changing my list, yeah, and change my list.
And it grew.
Sorry?
It grew. There were more names probably on the list then.
Yeah, it was everybody. Asked recommendations from everybody, from practitioners, from businessmen, from engineers, from healthcare people, and etc. etc. It's never mind who was in the profession. It's asked from everybody, and I think it's really worked.
But then you had the story with the yellow pages, because there was somewhere you wanted to go and you didn't really know anybody then. What was that story? If you tell a little bit about that and how you got into contact with this lady.
Yeah. This is a very funny story because my leader in Moscow had a group in a different town in Siberia, in the Ural Mountain, and they decided to go to this place and help this group. And I'm decided not to go just to help them. I wanted to found my first line leaders in this place. And I really don't have any friends in this area, not have people that know people in this area, not recommendations, not nothing. And I'm opened the yellow page in internet and found this town and how I'm going to start. Yes, I'm decided to start with what I really know. Yes, I'm a shiatsu practitioner, and I started with alternative practitioners. I found in this area one place, they do Tibetan medicine. Yeah. Okay. And they call to these people, and they don't want to hear about Niken. They don't want to hear about network marketing. They said, we don't do it, we don't need it, we don't nothing. But I'm called to them few times, and she was very nice, the lady. Yes, she was on the phone, and I'm called several times, and I said, but this is a really good product. If you don't want to do the business, and I really understand you, because I didn't want to do a business at first, yeah?
Exactly.
I want to show you, because you in the healthcare area, you need to know what the people, how to prevent the illnesses, how to help the people with different instruments. And she said, yes, I think the product is very good, but we don't want to have anything with network marketing. And I said, in the last time when I called, they said, I'm going to a place, and I want just to see you, because I don't know anybody in this area. And I think I just want to be like a friend, yeah, to come
and
visit
visit.
you. Yes. And she said, yeah, I'm really like a guest. Why not? And
what did you then do when you came?
What I did when I came, I'm in trust to the door, and I have a troll, yeah, with products with me, yeah. But I put the troll in the corner, and I sit with her, and we spoke. I asked her about the place, about the what they do, what's special in their treatments, what they like in their work, and what they don't like in their work. And she every few seconds looked at the troll, because she think I'm going to open it and to sell a product. It's not happening. And at the end of the conversation, she asked me, "Okay, what do you have in your troll? Show me, please. I'm really want to see it." And I gave her some demonstration, and after I did it, I spoke with her about women in Russia, and this has touched her a lot. And speak about why I came to Russia, what my target, yeah, and how it's important to inspire the people with this information.
And then you also talked to her about the 5 pillars of health.
Yes, of
all
course.
along, so you could show really how this could make a great change for the women.
Yes, and it's really about really the 5 pillars, and my story about the women. It's really very touched her, and she want to come to the office, and she's a psychologist, and I'm asked her to go to HBM training, and she buy the products, small kit of the products, and she gone to the HBM training. It's really changed a lot about what she think about the company, and about maybe it start to change what she think about network marketing.
Exactly. But what you've done, both there I've understood, but also other places, is that you go and you see and feel the place and talk to people to get to know more about and learn about, where you want to do your business. So, which is important that one does.
Say me again, please. I don't get you.
I said what you did with Russia. Okay, you knew Russia a little bit in having lived there when you were a child, but you went to see the place and get the feeling of the place and talk to people and so on. You had some connections, but you also did that. Was it in Ukraine? You went over in the same type of way. So
yes, you're right. Yes, I'm really like to go to the place first time, not for the work, for the connections, not connections with to the nickel, but to understand the people, to see how they live, to see the culture, to see the maybe politics, what they speak about, and it's very helpful to me to understand, first of all, if I want to work there, and it's helped me to connect, to have a connection. And I got to, for example, I got to Ukraine when Ukraine is opened. I got to Ukraine first of all, and was in a big seminar, big congress about alternative medicine. It was a few days congress. I lived in a hotel, where it was, and I connected the people, and they found my leader there. Yeah, she was in one of the tables. It was a lot of tables with products, with some products or people there do something or services, something this, and she did how to say our diagnosis.
Aura,
Our,
yeah,
our,
aura
our
diagnosis. Okay.
Yes, and she was very nice. Her relatives in Israel, and we spoke about Israel, we spoke about Kiev, we spoke about energy, and I did the test of the energy of Aura. She make me this test, and I did it without products on me, without insoles and the bracelets and everything, and with the products. And it was a huge difference on the test. So the
So she was
diagnosis.
intrigued, was she? She was wondering what this was.
Yes, yeah. And this we started our contact from this way, and she was very interesting. She did the aura of the water. She made aura of the water from Paimagmo water, from tap water, and it was amazing how it's what different is. Yes, but yeah, I'm really I was in Bulgaria. My first visit in Bulgaria was just to touch on the place, to see the people, to speak with them, to connect, and after it, I've come to work.
And the thing is, you've also mentioned that people don't really know what they want, and that you can sort of, or we can, with what we have, guide them in trying to help them find out what they would like. And that's what you do with your approach in being in contact with them and finding out about the local areas and the people and getting both the recommendations but also the referrals.
What do you mean? Just a moment.
You mentioned to Charlotte and me that you find that people quite often don't know what they want, but that you can guide them in trying to find out more about it, and that what we have with Nikken is something that can help.
I think we have a huge instrument, Nikken, yeah, to help people, first of all, to understand why they here on the planet. Yeah, I think we have a huge instrument, and this instrument show us through 5 pillars, through the process, how we take people from the beginning, they don't know nothing about Nikken, and after it we go through the products and through the what really they want to do in their lives. Yeah.
And the humans being more.
So. And humans being more, of course, yeah. And the why of why they want what they want. I think this is this really it's not important. It's really necessary, yeah, to do it. And we have this instrument because we have an answer. We have not just question, we have an answer. Exactly. We have an answer how to make or how to do what they want to do, what we are going to do. Yeah.
And make a big change like you have managed to do with opening over in Russia and, as you said, Ukraine and so on. You've helped a lot of people, and in having the focus of your women, you have your mission and your purpose, really. So there's a lot of good things that you could do.
Yes, yes. I think when we speak about our mission, when we speak about our why, we can touch to the why of the people. Yeah. And this is what I think happened, first of all, because I think it's very important to have a big purpose. And this purpose not really, not just for you, yeah. It's not a car or house for you. It's not something you want to get, or it's not this.
Not
This
the
is
materialistic.
It's a really big purpose, touch to a lot of different people. Because if it's really big, it includes you too.
Exactly.
And when you show it to the world, yeah, the people it's touched the people. This is why I started in Russia with 4 leaders. 2 of them stopped the work, and 2 of them did big business. And in several months, I had in my organization thousands of people.
Really? Wow.
Really, really, yeah. It's like rings when you drop the stone to the water. Yeah, you have rings goes far away. Yeah, just drop the stone, but stone it's very important. Yes, yeah, but stone is very important. It's very important, and what you really bring to the world. I think so.
Yeah, absolutely true. And then you have, in building up their businesses, do you have any sort of particular advice you would say to the women? You talked about the purpose. Is there anything else you would like to say? I remember that you mentioned this with how people can prepare themselves.
Can what? Prepare themselves?
Yes. Do you remember the story about the department store? Or being head of the department?
No.
No, you don't? Okay. Well, you told a wonderful story with how we can sort of think of how we can work our way up, and we can prepare ourselves to be leaders, as in to be the head of the department. So we start by, entering into Nikin, and then working our way up. I remember that you mentioned that.
I think the people want to achieve the money very quick. Yeah. And and I think we need to understand. We come to Niken. Some of us come with a lot of experience from another field, yeah, from another companies or businesses, yeah, and these people maybe prepared to be to go very quick. And other people need to study, to learn, to achieve this experience, yeah, first of all. But we need to understand that I think they need to work like every business. Yeah, if when we have a store for some electricity products, yeah, and the salesmen work very hard to sell the products, yeah,
Mm.
and they have maybe not so high salary, but after some time, maybe who became to be head of the apartment, yeah.
Mm.
And now he sell less, yes, but he has under him the salesmen. He need to teach them to see how they to control them, how they work. But if somebody of them sick, you go to sell the products. Yeah.
Yeah, to show them how they do it and then
Yes.
guide them in the process.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And when he go to be maybe the head of the store, yeah, a big store, or maybe head of the few stores, yeah, if it's a network, if it's that. He needs different skills than the salesman. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you practice that all along.
Yes, yes, of course. I think this is what we do in Niken.
Very true.
This
It
is
is.
how we do in Niken, and we improve ourselves from the selling products to guide the people to
Lead the
teach
people.
them, lead the people, yeah. And this is skills you receive from the working, from the what you do need,
Exactly.
and to inspire people. Yeah, it's a more a high stage to inspire people to do something, not just to sell products for themselves.
Exactly. And this is, like you were saying, this of having the purpose has been very important for you, and this of talking from the heart. So that comes as a combination with all the other elements, and that's when you really can, expand your business and really inspire people and so on. But
And
one final thing.
And to be very honest, not to pretend yourself to be what you're not. Yes.
Exactly, you have to be true.
Yes, you have to be true, really true. And the people, it's resonant. If true resonant people, it's resonant to the heart. And if you manipulate people, or if you pretend yourself you something you don't, it's
people will
it's
know.
resonant too.
Yeah, no, people will always know if you're not true to, what you do. But do you have, we always ask the women that are on if they have a pitch or something in particular they say to people. Do you have that?
No, not have a formula to say, because everyone it's different. Yes, everyone have different needs, different. It's really different. It's really different because one need business, one need health, another one want personal growth, another one don't want to be lonely, and and it's very important to listening, not to tell. Yeah, I'm trying to listening. I'm really trying to listen to the people, because this is a key for what to say.
And it's like asking good questions. People are very willing to say things
Yes.
and tell things, don't they?
Yes, of course, because you need to guide the conversation, not just listening for somebody tell you story 2 hours or something but you need to ask the relative questions. The questions come from the intuition. It's very important. Sorry?
That's important to you, I remember.
Yes. Yeah, it's very important intuition to really to hear into yourself and to see what come up. Yeah. And this is
Well, Karina, thank you very much for being on and, letting us know a bit about your story. And Charlotte and I, we always have the pleasure of talking to all of you who are on a little bit in advance, so we get to know even a bit more. But it's wonderful that you're sharing everything with us here and now. And, well, Charlotte, you have some final things you want to say as well, don't you?
Yeah, it's just like great hearing everything once again, and now with more details and things like that. And I kind of understand that time is already that much because I was just like, oh, all over the place. But what I really found interesting was that the way you started, you didn't want to look at the business, and I think a lot of women can relate to that. But actually, in every story you've been telling, from your mother's story to the way you started in Russia, everything is like, and you ended it up now that you don't have a manuscript. You need to talk to people. You need to be where they are. And when you started, and these men standing there and being all business, they were not talking to you. They were just presenting. And I think that is what most of us have been seeing through the years. And now it's like what you also said, we need to find our own purpose. We need to find out why, what makes us smile, what really is bigger out there than just another car or a bigger car or a nice house. Of course, that will be good. Most of us would love to have some kind of different material things, but that's not actually what makes us happy. So yeah, it was really interesting for me to see that whatever you told, it was purpose. Talk to people, talk from the heart, and share. So and there's nothing wrong with talking the business. You also said that some of the people you have the business approach to, because else you don't have a business. But you can't just take everybody the same way, say, okay, now we're doing it this way and come and join me. So I think that was really an important message for all of us. Also the men out there listening in. When we want to join you in business, but please talk to our heart and not just numbers and the business, because that is not what most of the women are attracted to. Of course, I can't say that it's for everybody, but what we hear and what we have heard on the other calls as well is that, we have not a bigger heart, but it's more important to us to share from the heart. So I'm really glad that you got to tell the story, and now it's recorded, so now we can use it over and over again. That makes me really happy. I love when people have these big missions in life, so let's get some more mission out there so we can change the world for something better.
Yes.
So I think that was a lot of great stuff, and worth listening to again, and especially that you have 1,000 people in such a short time that I think most of us could use that in our organization. I know I could. So let's just go out there and do what we need to do so we can get some people, not just for the business, but for the world to change. And for those of you who are new, you can go to this webpage, and the recording, what's it that I'm going to say, will be put out there, and also on our Facebook page, the Women in Power. So if you haven't joined there, please join us on the Women in Power on Facebook.
I just wanted to say, if it's okay, I just want to say thank you very much for this conversation, and for what you doing, for your really terrific work, and it's very important for all of us.
We think it's very important too, because this way, as we talked about in Orlando, this way we can pick all the great leaders' brains and figure out how to do this. And as you said, we are not alike, and we want to take a little bit here, a little bit there, and this is for me, and this is not for me. And if you don't have the opportunity to listen to other than maybe 5 people, how should you know that there was another way to do it if you don't have the creativity to do it yourself? So I really love that now we can share this globally, and get a lot of women and men fired up to do even more, so that we can get Niken on the map.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
So yes, I think that was all for tonight. So thank you everybody for listening in, and hope you will join us next month. This webinar will be held every month on the second Wednesday of the month. So please put a mark in your calendar, and you can also pre-sign up at the Royal Alliance, so that you know that you have a space for you or a seat for you. So take care wherever you are in the world, and talk to you next month.